Hey everybody, this is Jeff Vamus here, and this is a video tutorial about how to add a post to our WordPress website, the pclawrenceville.org website. At the end of this, I'll also do something with how to edit calendar items, event posts, which are very similar. So this is kind of one-stop shopping for instructions on both of those things. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is get to the back end of our website, which can be accessed by going to pclawrenceville.org and then typing /pclogin there. And once you type it a few times, it will populate automatically there. So you go to that website and you'll get a sign-in screen that looks like this. You put in your sign-in credentials, your sign-in name and password, and then log in. And here's what the back end of our website, our WordPress website, looks like. So to add a post, you go to Posts on this menu that appears to the left and go to Add New. I am going to call this Widget Festival coming in November. You won't want to miss it. So put all your text there. Now, if you are going to copy from Microsoft Word or some other program, it's very important to click Text. I'm going to put this here, and I'm going to go to Microsoft Word, and I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to paste it in here. And then you can see what it looks like through the visual editor here and play around with it. So it's very important that when you do a post, you really must have an image that goes with it. And we really want to encourage everybody to choose high quality imagery, nothing that's clip art or schlocky or corny or anything like that. Really high quality photography. So how do we get a photograph for our post? There are two sites that I recommend that give free images. One is Unsplash. That's unsplash.com. The other is pixabay.com. Now we're going to, on Pixabay, you can download pictures of different sizes. The size we want will be approximately 800 pixels wide. And I'll show you how to tell that and to edit it in just a moment. But I'm going to use Unsplash because they, as far as I can tell, only download in one size. And I'll teach you how to edit it to the right size. So let's look at widget. What you want to do is find keywords that might bring up an image that goes with your concept here. So I'm going to pick this picture of these photos, and that's really nice. I don't know if that's really a widget, but I'm going to download it for free. And this has a nice little thing encouraging us to give credit, which would be nice, but beyond the scope of the video here. Now in this browser, Chrome, it downloads it to my downloads folder on my hard drive. So I'm going to click that to access it, and this pops up in preview on my machine. What you want to do then is I like to rename it so that it's something I can retrieve again once it's up in the website. So later on I might want to retrieve that widget photo again, but I need to know what word to search on. So I'm going to call this widget photo here. And that's now in my downloads folder, but I put all of my images in one place. It's a folder called miscellaneous images. Just put that in the folder where you know you can access it again later. Okay, so oops, that's from earlier. Let's go back to the post. And you need to, on a post, add the photo in two places. And again, I emphasize it has to be the right size, otherwise it'll really slow up the website. So I'm going to put it right here at the beginning of the post, and to add the picture first I click Add Media. And this brings up the media library with all the images we've uploaded previously. But I'm going to upload a new file, and I know where it exists. It exists on my folder called Miscellaneous Images, and lo and behold, it popped right up. If it doesn't, of course, you need to search for it. And I like to then go to Date Modified, because then that'll put the item right at the top. So there's my widget photo. I'm uploading it. It's a big photo, so it'll take a while, but we're going to edit it in just a moment. So notice this is 3,000 pixels wide and 2300 some pixels tall, which is way too big to put on our website unless it's something that's a whole page that needs to be that resolution. But if all our images are that big, it will really slow down the website. Most of the images you want to upload are 800 pixels wide. So we're going to edit this right here on the back end of our website here. I've uploaded it, and then there's this thing that says Edit Image. We're going to edit the image. Now let's say we want to crop it. All you do is I'm hovering over the picture, and now I'm clicking, and it creates this box. So that's the part of it that I want to crop, and hopefully this will work. If it doesn't, there's another way to do it. So there we go. It's cropped according to the part of the picture that we want. Now what we need to do is save it. So it's saved now. And then we need to go back again and edit it to the right size. So all we need to do here is make this 800. And then it will scale to the right size. Okay, about 800. And then you push scale, and then it saves it automatically. Okay, and then you go back, and look at that. Now it's 799 pixels wide. And then we're going to insert it into the post. And there it is. Now, for this to kind of wrap around correctly, we need to have the right alignment. So this is going to wrap around the text on the right, on the left, but this is, if it's not kind of going around the text in the right way, that's the dialog box that you need to, you just click on the picture, and then you can also, again, edit the photo if you ever need to do that again. So we've got the image in the post, we've got the text for the post. There's some things over here that you're going to need to do. First of all, you want to set the featured image. It's really important that you do that for every post. And this is going to be the exact same photo that you chose to put inside the post. Don't ask me why it doesn't automatically kind of pop up there, but it doesn't. So I selected the same image that I put in here as the featured image. And what this does is it puts a thumbnail of that image on the website when it displays just the basic information that you can then click to get the full post. So that's the first thing you want to do. Second thing you want to do is make sure that you have the right categories clicked. Now, if you want this to, let's say this is it's a fellowship event, let's say, and the men's ministry is also, going to be planning this. So I've clicked men's ministry and fellowship. That means that it will pop up on the website wherever fellowship items and men's ministry items are appropriate. If I were to highlight adult education, for example, this item would pop up on the adult education page, which is kind of cool. The other important thing is if you want this to appear on the home page as a highlighted news item, you click highlighted, okay? And then this is a little bit of a trick that is also very important if you do that. Because let's say, that it's November. You really don't want that to appear on the home page after November, right? So what we're going to do is use this feature called the post explorator. And I'm going to enable post expiration so that, let's say it's going to happen in November 10th. So on November 11th, I don't want this to appear anymore. And we know that it appears on the home page because this little highlighted box is checked. So what we want to do is remove the category of highlighted. Okay? And that's kind of a neat feature. You don't have to think about the thing disappearing from the home page. It would be kind of weird if it were there again after the event has passed. So you're pretty much done at this point with the post. One other little subtlety that you might want to consider is, let's say you don't want this to publish right away, you want to publish it later on. You can select what date and time you want it to actually go up on the website. The other useful thing to know about here is if your item leaves the home page, it's no longer visible because it's only 4 posts that appear. You go back into this and edit it again, and you can then change the date of its publication to today, for example. Then if it's published, if it's shown to be published today, it'll appear as the first item on the home page. But if it's an old post, it'll eventually fall off the website. This ensures that it will by doing the post expiration in case that it doesn't just automatically drift off because other posts have taken its place. Hope that makes sense. So normally what we'd then do is click publish. We're not going to do that because I don't want there to be a widget festival item appearing on the website. So we're going to save this as a draft so that you can access it later on. So when we go to all posts, hopefully this will then appear as a draft. And if you want to edit it again, it's right there. And you're good to go. You can edit it and then publish it later. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to move this to the trash. And then after that, I'm going to show briefly one other thing that you need to know regarding events. Beverly Mills is the one who puts all events in the website so that we have some control over what rooms get assigned and so on and so forth. But what you want to do is to go back and look for your events and customize them. So this is I'm trying to find an item. This is a good item to edit, I hope. Let's see. And this is part of, well, maybe not. Never mind. I'm trying to find a calendar item that is a repeating item. And what we're going to do is actually we're going to go into the calendar and we're going to find the item that way. So what are the items that are happening now? Logos. Let's go look at that. And it looks like Robin has already customized that. Oops, come on. Come on. Well, let's view all 10 events. And there's Logos, which is a recurring event. So let's see all of them. Okay, so these are all of the events as they appear on our website. So let's edit this one, Logos. And I'm going to search for all of the Logos items through this little dialog box here. And here's where I can edit all of the Logos events as a single item. So whatever change that I made in this one item, the master item, will appear on all of them. So let's say I wanted to add, I don't want to add that. Maybe I wanted to add a picture. And the picture that I add on this item will go into every single item in the series. And so let's say you wanted to create an item in the series, which you'd never do because Bev would do this. But just so you know how this works, this is when the item is to begin. It repeats weekly, and so on and so forth. Okay, so let's say, though, that you want to edit an item that is, you can customize the item on that date. So, April, let's say December 5th of this month. Let's edit that single one, right? And then this is going to make this, it will break it out of the series and make it a unique item. So you'll no longer be able to edit that along with all the other ones, but you'll make it unique because maybe there's information on that item that you're going to really want to feature as a unique thing. Maybe it's duct tape night that night, and so on and so forth. Let's not do that because I don't want to mess up this thing. But let's just imagine that this is. I wanted to break this off of the series as I just showed you, and I wanted to make it unique, and so on and so forth. You add an image the same way as I showed you before, and then you create a featured image as you did before. And of course, if you want to link to, let's say, the post, the news post that would be about all of the, for example, maybe all the Logos events for the whole year, there's a news post that appears on the homepage with all the posts. You can link to that as well by doing this. And then you type in the page on our website where you want to direct people. Okay, I don't want to actually save the changes and update them, but that's how you would do that. So I hope that makes sense, and I hope this is helpful. Obviously, I'm kind of one of the IT staff here, so if you have questions, don't hesitate to give me a ring about all this stuff. But the most important thing is that we really use this. All right, over and out.